After the last 5 videos where I reviewed the 5 craziest ideas about statin use that I've come across, I felt it'd be a good time to just give a summary of what I found during that research. Stay tuned. So real briefly, I'm going to go over each of the ideas and just say what I see as the main problems. Bad idea number 1 was make them over the counter. The idea was to make statins widely available over the counter. Actually, it'd probably be behind the counter, but without a prescription. In other words, you'd have to go to the pharmacist to get it, so that more people could have access to them. The main problem is that even the pharmaceutical companies admit most people would not use them properly. So that was bad idea number 1. Second bad idea, prescribe them to children. The idea, give statins to children as young as 7 years old. The main problem, it's not known how this may affect normal development of the child. And secondly, parents are lied to about the risks and benefits involved. And I don't often say that. I understand that there is room for difference of opinion on both sides of all these arguments, but when parents are told that the risk of muscle pain, for example, only happens in 1 in 10,000 patients, that is a lie. There's just no two ways about it. Third bad idea was give them to everyone over 50. The idea was make turning 50 years old the sole criteria for prescribing statins. In other words, you turn 50, you have to start taking this drug because it's not possible for you to be healthy if you're 50. So the main problem, 50-year-olds who are healthy, who do not otherwise qualify for statin therapy, they would take a medication that's far more likely to injure them than to help, because there is no benefit if they don't need it, but the side effects don't care whether you need it or not. If you're going to get the adverse effects, you're going to get them regardless. Fourth bad idea, provide them as condiments at fast food restaurants. The idea was to make them available at fast food restaurants to allow people to counteract the bad effects of junk food. They were going to be an antidote. You would be allowed to eat junk food and not give a crap about your health because you could take a statin to neutralize it. The main problem is statins, even in a few cases that their use is warranted, they just don't work like that. Statin therapy is called a therapy for a reason. It is not an antidote. The fifth bad idea was to put statins in the public water supply so everyone will take them. I don't even know where to start with this one. I guess the main problem is just the zombie apocalypse. I mean, that's the only thing I can say would come from this. In all seriousness though, there are just so many problems with this. You really have to watch my earlier video, and it's very short, about all of the bad things that would happen if this actually came to fruition. So what's the status of these ideas? Well, all these ideas are extremely dangerous. Making them over the counter, real possibility. It's already the case in the UK. It may become the case in the United States. I don't know about the rest of the world. I apologize. I do seem to take a US-centric view on a lot of these videos, and I don't really mean to. It's just what I know best. But the FDA is being encouraged by the Biden administration to make them available over the counter. Giving them to children, that's already happening. The American Academy of Pediatrics is recommending them for children as young as 8. Give to everyone over 50? Well, the standards are going in that direction, and a lot of doctors just use that as a shorthand for prescribing them. Serve them as condiments? Well, that idea really hasn't gained traction. I think that was considered silly right from the start. It was shot down pretty fast, but it was an idea that was out there for a short while around 2010. Put it in the public water supply? Well, that's an idea that just won't die. It would be a national health disaster, though really at this point, I think it's got kind of an urban legend status, because I couldn't find any credible sources that said that anybody in at least the American governments at any level was actually trying to push this. If you know of that, please drop me a comment and let me know that, hey, this really did happen at such and such a place, because I'd love to be able to read about it. I just couldn't find anything. And I used Bing, I used DuckDuckGo, I used Google. They all gave me the same approximate answers. I just couldn't find anything on it. So what's the common thread on all this? Well, every one of these ideas would increase the customer base for using statins. And who would be the main beneficiaries? Would it be public health? Hardly. Would it be patients in general? Not really. Patients who are benefiting or can benefit from statins are already on statins. Pharmaceutical companies? More customers, more statin sales? Yeah, I think it would be the pharmaceutical companies who would be benefiting from this. So that's all I've got for the wrap up on this series. If you appreciate this content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this topic or others you'd like me to cover. And if you haven't seen this video, I recommend you take a look at it now. Thanks for listening.